The Eerie Mystery of Room 1408. Mike Enslin is a skeptical author known for writing books that debunk paranormal phenomena, who is drawn into the eerie mystery of Room 1408 at the Dolphin Hotel in New York City. A room with a dark and deadly reputation, it is said that no one who stays there survives longer than an hour. Despite warnings from the hotel's manager, Mike stays in the room. Mike's latest project is focused on investigating haunted places, a task he has undertaken many times before with little belief in the supernatural. His new target is the infamous Room 1408 at the Dolphin Hotel in New York City. Room 1408 is infamous for a long history of mysterious deaths, suicides, and disappearances, all connected to guests who have stayed in the room. The room has a deadly reputation, and hotel management refuses to rent it out to guests for this very reason. The hotel's manager, Gerald Olin, warns Mike about the room's evil influence, urging him not to stay there. Olin, visibly disturbed by the room's history, recounts how the room has caused the deaths of over 50 people, but Mike remains unfazed and insists on checking in. Despite Olin's warnings, Mike checks into the Dolphin Hotel and is given the key to Room 1408. Olin reiterates his warning, pleading with Mike not to stay, but Mike insists. As Mike walks to Room 1408, he is filled with a sense of unease, but also excitement. He considers it another one of his investigations, expecting to debunk whatever myth surrounds the room. Once Mike enters the room, he begins to document the space. At first, the room seems ordinary, an old, slightly run-down hotel room with worn furniture and a view of the city skyline. He starts taking notes for his book and sets up his recording equipment. However, things soon take a turn for the bizarre. The room feels cold and unsettling, and time seems to behave erratically. The clock on the wall begins malfunctioning, continually changing time and creating a sense of temporal disorientation. Mike initially dismisses these occurrences as the result of a malfunctioning clock or his own nerves. As the evening progresses, the room becomes increasingly hostile and the supernatural activity begins to escalate. Mike starts experiencing a series of unexplainable and terrifying events. He hears strange noises coming from the walls and ceiling. The room begins to warp and distort, shifting shapes and bending space. A chair seems to move on its own and the furniture begins to feel oppressive, like it's closing in on him. Mike tries to leave, but every attempt to escape is thwarted. The door to the room won't open, and when Mike attempts to escape through the window, it appears sealed shut. What begins as a series of supernatural disturbances soon turns into a psychological assault. The room seems to know Mike's deepest fears and insecurities, particularly his unresolved grief over his daughter's death. The terror reaches a boiling point when Mike becomes determined to escape. He tries to burn the room down, hoping to destroy the malevolent force that has taken control of it. Mike sets the curtains on fire, hoping that the flames will end the room's hold over him. But the room reacts violently to his actions and the supernatural force grows stronger. In a final, desperate attempt to escape, Mike smashes a window and jumps out, falling to the ground below. Mike survives the fall, though he is severely burned from the fire in Room 1408. He is rushed to the hospital, where he is treated for his injuries. The hotel burns down, seemingly consumed by the fire, and Room 1408 is destroyed. Mike's ordeal is over, but the emotional toll of the experience lingers. The film ends on an ambiguous note, leaving the viewer unsure whether Mike's escape from the room was real or if it was all part of the room's manipulation of his mind. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more.